Disrespected media.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Crucible. Quite a few ones coming apace this week and Crewsmas week. I'm Michael Arace, your host of this fine program and many others. Please go to thedisrespected.com and check out all my work. Look for this podcast and Cannonballs at Spotify and Apple Podcasts and my new YouTube channel, The Disrespected. -614. Find it over there somewhere. There's nothing on YouTube, is there? You'll find it. Thanks for joining us. I'm just waiting here a minute until Henrik Rydström, the new coach of the Columbus Crew, checks in here. And when you do hit the pods, like, follow, rate, review, etc. It helps. It helps a great deal. And when you go to the disrespected.com, leave a nice tip.
Mike, we got Henrik here for you. We got just a couple of minutes, so I'll pass you along.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Henrik here.
Henrik, how are you, sir?
And good.
I appreciate you taking some time. I'll try not to take up too much of your time. I just have a few questions here.
Yeah, of course, no problem.
First, the very big question. Are you aware of the word Crewsmas and what it means?
Yeah, I had some problems to pronounce it when we tried in our own social media channel. So, but maybe you pronounce it better than me.
Well, you get the concept, don't you? That it's Christmas. The home opener is Christmas for Crew fans.
Yeah.
And it really is. There's a lot going on. Which leads to the follow-up question is, how much time have you spent at the new Crew Stadium, and how much are you anticipating looking forward to finally stepping on that sideline with the lights on?
I've been to the stadium. First weekend, me and Theo was here. Laurent, our assistant coach, he directly took us there, and I would say like this. I think the organization, if you talk about people here, they have talked very highly about, of course, the training facilities, but also the stadium, and so you raise your expectations, but also we have some amazing stadiums in Sweden and in Europe, but I think this is top. And then also, if you also look at how everything is like the thought about everything, it's so precise. So as a coach, you get like thrilled just because everything is about optimize the performance, and then you have the atmosphere that we have heard so much about. So then you get thrilled for that reason also. But I try to also not get carried away and make sure we take everything in the right step.
What's been your focus on training this week? You've been candid about your team's transition defense, for lack of a better phrase. I'll get back to the original question. What has been your focus in training? What have you been focused on?
Yeah, if you look at how we have conceded goals, it seems like we haven't talked about it, trained it like even 1 minute during preseason. And it's so, I can talk long about these kind of things, like how if you work on things, you talk about things, you have a structure, and then it can be like 2 individual mistakes and everything falls apart. And then of course, then you need to, do we need to have another structure? How can we? And one solution could be that, we will not give the opponent even like one possibility to counterattack against us, but the way you need to act then is to a little bit abandon the way you play, the way we play at least. And I don't think it's worth it. So then you keep on tweak on things. And if you look at the last game, I think overall it was much better, even if then Kansas is not the same counterattack team that as Portland, and it was not artificial grass or turf. But I think we handled a lot of when we lost the ball much better in the game. But then it was two situations like where they are like, now I again try to find the right word, but it's like if we have like a normal situation, this was, what you say the opposite is abnormal. Is it? I look at Rob here, so abnormal.
Abnormal, strange, weird.
Yeah, weird. Like you against Portland, it was some situations where we played the ball to a teammate that were maybe not in an optimal situation. We lost, or their first goal, Dylan was a little bit slow. They counter press, and we are not really in a good position, and they did really good also. Here, it was like, yeah, Diego could have maybe got a free kick, but we lost the ball in a situation where you feel you don't lose the ball there. And then we took like two wrong decisions, and then it ended up as a goal. And the second one is also like, if you say tennis talk about like unforced errors, and here Bangura just dropped the ball and then didn't do what he's supposed to do, and then it's a goal. We got quite hard punished for some silly mistakes, and you can feel sorry for yourself, or you actually take the opportunity to really show the players that here we need to do this and this.
Right.
Will it get better on Saturday? Yeah, I'm convinced, but I'm also honest. You never know. That's the thing with human beings.
Well,
So
you talk about weird. On one of them, Sean Zawoski was down on the grass. I mean,
yeah,
that changed something. And
yeah,
that doesn't happen every play.
no.
When your midfielders on, and then the ball turns over and they're gone. So there you go. Weird.
Yeah, but I can add it. Then of course I googled the word because I had I tried to say something before when we had media here. Inherit. We of course I inherit some things from before, like good things that Wilfred and his team has installed, but also some habits that the way we play also maybe, you know, it give the opponent opportunities because we have the ball a lot, and we are maybe more. Our mind is more in the attacking way. Okay, now I'm going to position myself so we can create something. I'm going to take the run. I'm going to, and then you lose the ball, and right now it takes too long time before we react and act, and we have been punished for that, and that is something we will get better at, but we haven't seen it. We haven't been able to take it away, so we don't concede here in 2 games.
Right. What do you know of the Chicago Fire and their coach, Greg Berhalter? If I'm not mistaken, he coached against you when you were at Kellamar. Is that correct?
I actually tried to because I know he was the coach in Hammarby,
Right.
and but I think they were in the second division when he was there, but I remember it was a lot of things because Hammarby is they have a lot of supporters, and then it was a little bit like we haven't had so many foreign coaches in Sweden, and
Right.
also one from US. It was a little bit, and then I remember him, but I didn't actually. That was what I also tried to see, because if we played them, we would probably have won against them. So
Right.
I was like,
Well,
but no, I couldn't see that.
I'm going to talk to him later today, but he did tell someone he does remember you as a player who everyone hated.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So maybe we played against them then. Maybe we played in the cup or something. It could be. I have to dig into that. But actually, I remember him, and I also had it's a long story, quite short. I mean, I think it was when I was the coach in Kalmar. I have a friend that is now working here in the US, and he knew Greg a little bit, and we talked about his son, if he could go on loan to us in Kalmar. Uh, but I didn't really have the. I had some good midfielders, so we didn't do it.
Yeah.
So that was, but yeah. I think he do a terrific job, and also he also. I think you asked me what I think about what I know about team. It's a very flexible team. They can change between systems, and I think he's. What I like with him as a coach is that he's always developing himself. So yeah, it's an inspiration for me.
Well, he learned in Sweden because he got fired for not scoring enough at Hammarby. That's so.
Yeah, yeah.
Live and learn and move on, right? How are
Yeah.
How are you doing? How's the transition going? You had to step right into work. Maybe not much time to breathe, but how is your transition to Columbus going? Have you had family here and so forth? I'm just curious about the personal side for you, Henrik.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, I w- like, I tried to think when I arrived the first time, but it was on the first camp, yeah. And then I went back for my father's funeral, then came back again, and then the family they traveled with me, so they were here like 1 week, the week before Portland. So that was good. And now it's been 2 weeks without them, but I think I have been at the training facilities from like 7 in the morning to 8 in the evening. So that mostly because I like it. So, but I will. I think to answer also serious to the question, one thing is I feel like really home, and I've been very not impressed and surprised, but I think the game so far, the how the stadiums has been, and the atmosphere. It's been a good experience. I really like it here. It's a lot of good games. I see the other games also. Very different, like tactical perspective from games. Then on a personal level, I said to Theo, my assistant coach, that we need to go from the facilities a little bit earlier one day, and then maybe go to a movie and really see the city. So and now when the snow is, I hope the snow will not come back, but I'm not sure. Maybe it will. So,
Well,
but
you got to take some time. There are good music venues in Columbus, Henrik. Maybe you can do some music reviews for the disrespected.com. That'd be great. I pay well,
exactly. Now, actually, I was in contact with a friend that is. He has a band, and I mentioned the Hives before, Swedish band. They are coming playing, but not here. They're coming to like Chicago, I think, Toronto or something. So see if Theo and I, we need maybe to go there, but we will try to see what the music life here in Columbus also can show us.
Excellent. Last question, Henrik. We hear all the time that that MLS is different. Of course, every country is different. All leagues are different, but there just seems to be this notion, and there long has been, that their MLS is a league when you come into. There's an adjustment period because it's quote unquote different. Is it, or if it is, how would you describe it in so many words?
I mean, I don't. I haven't. I must say it's.
It used to
I
be
think
more
it's.
physical. It used to be more physical league than it is
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, because I think it's a very so far we have played teams that really emphasis on the build up, to have the ball, to to control the game, and then also if I just look at things around, if we talk about media, and I mean it's more focus on the tactical part here with everything around. So I feel me as a coach has I mean, I like. It's nothing wrong with. It's a lot of interest in Europe and Sweden, but it's a lot of things around the games. Yeah, it's what you say, fireworks and so on. With the lineup and the national anthem and so on, but. In Sweden, it's more focused on other things than the tactical part. I think it's bigger interest from media and you and others, and all. So I'm so far very nice to be here and to feel and experience this.
Yeah. I think one of the things that's probably pointed to is the travel, especially if you get into other competitions. I imagine it's quite different than most leagues in the world.
Yeah, we can end with that. I mean, our two first games here, Portland and then Kansas, it's a time difference. We play, so for us, like we play 10 o'clock in the evening, our time, then against Portland. That is special, and then you have the recovery part, and but also it's I must say it's a very good level on how you travel and everything around there. Also, it's top class. So I'm just happy to be here, and then we'll make sure we're gonna perform also just better and better.
Okay, well, thank you for your time, Henrik, and good luck on Crewsmas Saturday against the Chicago Fire.
It's a Crewsmas. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Thank you. Take care. And that's Henrik Rydström, the coach of the Columbus Crew, who's going to learn or is learning what Crewsmas is, and he'll get a face full of it Saturday at the new Crew Stadium when the Chicago Fire visit. So, thanks for joining us, everybody. I have a Crewsmas special. It's like documentary length. This morning I sat down with Frankie Haydick and Duncan out, and it was a wide-ranging conversation, as you can imagine, and it was colorful as well, given those two characters. So look for that to be posted at Spotify, at Apple Podcasts, and of course on my new YouTube channel. Check all of it out, like, rate, review, etc. I'm Michael Arace from the Disrespected Media LLC. Thanks for joining me, and enjoy the weekend.
Something Columbus is the name for passing through. Forgotten franchises, they tried to steal the crew. Fly over country, left the jackets feeling blue. Fire up no deck and noise, we have a place for you. We love to talk Columbus Crew. Blue jackets finally get their due. We cover pro Columbus.